What's happening? I'm back. Been off for a little bit. Was sick for a few days, but I'm coming around. I'm feeling better and excited to get back at it. And I wanted to cover a video today, and it's called Something That You Should Know, but You Don't. You don't know because of everything the fitness industry tries to hammer home in terms of diet and ways to help you lose fat. So Scott Walsh here from Walsh Performance. If you like the videos, take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. But this is not going to be a long video today. I just want to get back in the swing of things. But I wanted to cover something today. It's something you should know, but you don't. And most people don't, right? A lot of people do. They're starting to come around. But it's something I covered before in the past. And I'm going to use some visual cues here to help with this. And it's this idea about keto and how carbohydrates and sugars, that the fact that you, like, if you immediately eat them, that you're going to get fat. And it's just something that's very untrue. So I wanted to kind of, when it comes down to it, and this is the God essential truth, and it comes down to calories in, calories out. Now there's other things involved, like making sure you get adequate portion sizes. You can make sure you're getting proper nutrition, you're eating healthy foods, lots of fruits and veggies, but it's something I want to show you very quickly. And it's a really big, it's a good tool that I use to teach a lot of people, because it wakes them up. They go, oh, Jesus, well, like, this makes a lot of sense, right? So it's this idea of, I'm going to show you something here now. I'm going to show you, this is olive oil. And you probably can't see, obviously, the nutrition label, but for this, per 2 tablespoons, this is actually not bad. Per 2 tablespoons, it's 80 calories. And it has 9 grams of fat. Now, in most olive oils that you get, you're going to see typically anywhere between 120 to 140 calories per tablespoon. Per tablespoon. Per tablespoon. That's it. Most people, when they put fat in their diet or use olive oil or things along those lines, they might actually use an extra 300 to 700 calories per day in olive oil without thinking about it, just kind of dousing it over without properly portioning it out. Now I want to show you something else here. This is something that people think is okay to help you lose weight. And people think things like this, like a banana, it's about 105 calories. They think if you eat this, you're automatically going to get fat. Or this, clementine. Is it clementine? Correct me if I'm wrong. About 35 calories. And blueberries. So blueberries, about a half cup is about 35, 40 calories. A cup. Well, I say cup, probably about 70 calories or so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, when you think about something, when you think about this, do you think you could easily overdo this when you're cooking with food? Now, I'm not saying don't use this, but I mean, I very rarely use it. And, you know, I've lost 50 pounds and kept it off, and I hardly ever use this. I don't do keto. I eat lots of fruit. Or do you think it would be easy to kind of overdo it with this? And you think it would be kind of hard to overdo with this? Because think about it. Think about all the micronutrients, the fiber, both the food volume. So when this sits in your stomach, can help keep you full. Especially with, like, blueberries, they're high in antioxidants. They're extremely healthy for you. You can eat loads of them. If you portion it out on your plate, you know, you have fruit, you know, 5 or 6 servings of fruit and veg a day, you're going to drastically cut back on your calorie intake. So, and these are all carbohydrates. But people use these all the time to lose weight because they know that what they're eating is extremely healthy. It's going to help reduce their calorie intake and help keep them naturally lean without having to do ridiculous things like eat. And think about it too, like, your body uses carbohydrates for fuel. It's like your fuel source, right? Plus, again, all the micronutrients, antioxidants, and fiber, which is extremely good for you. But a lot of people, when they do keto, and it's saying, like, it's something you're not going to do long term. Let's put it that way. I mean, I don't know how long the longest person's ever done it, but it's not something you're going to do for a lifetime. So it's not sustainable. Let's put it that way. So, you know, it might be okay in short bursts if you need to reduce your calorie intake. Like, you know, don't get me wrong. If that's something you like doing to help reduce your calorie intake for a bit, fine. But I mean, like, creating a fear or an eating disorder around not eating fruit because you think it's going to make you fat is just absolutely ridiculous. Let's just call a spade a spade. right? So these are things you have to pay attention to. And it's something I want to teach you, right? Like all my clients eat fruit all the time and they lose weight, they get in shape, they feel amazing, and they eat fruit. There's nothing wrong with it. Just because you eat a carbohydrate doesn't mean you're automatically going to get fat. Now, there's a big difference between eating, and I'm not saying you can't eat it, but say if you were using like man-made sugar and then the kind of natural sugar that's in fruit, they're going to be slightly different, especially because your body's going to absorb this differently than you would with like a tablespoon of just sugar, right? And these are meant like foods like this is meant for your body to eat unless you're allergic to it, right? It's gonna help keep you full. They're nice and sweet. They taste great, and they're extremely healthy. Again, keeping you healthy, keeping your weight off. The problem is that most people you overeat portion sizes. We eat out a lot. People eat out significantly more than they do years ago. The average calorie consumption of people these days is about 3,500 calories per day, if not more now, compared to what it was, say, in the 60s, which might have been around 2,000, maybe at most 2,500 calories per day. So you got to understand these things when you're eating. Like, don't create a fear around a food group. And don't think about it too. Why would you ever want to have 60 to 70% of your diet coming in fat when fat is 9 calories per gram? So you're going to get it's way more calories to eat large amounts of fat than it would be to eat, say, carbohydrates from fruit in your day, right? So eating this and keeping you full is going to help drastically reduce your calorie intake. So I want you to put that in perspective. And it's something like, the nutrition or the kind of keto industry is something they're very good at marketing, right? Like even years ago, I'm saying 2000, when Atkins used to be on the go. So let's say in 2003, something like that. That was even years before that too. I did it at that period of time. And I did it. I lost weight when I did it. I felt extremely lethargic. I didn't feel good when I did it. It felt gross. I don't think your body's meant to process that much fat in the run of a day. And just missing out on things I enjoy, like fruit, which, like I said, again, can help drastically reduce your calorie intake. And it's something I believe it's essential for people to eat because, like I said, it's high in fiber, high in micronutrients. It's just they're overall natural, healthy sources of food. And it's going to help keep you healthy and keep you living longer because it's going to naturally reduce your calorie intake, right? All the benefits that people get from doing diets comes from being in a calorie deficit. So people have a tendency to live longer if their calorie intake is slightly reduced. Now, I don't mean an aggressive diet, very low calorie diet. What I mean is that you're just either you're around your maintenance or slightly under it. But if you're constantly overeating food, you're overeating calories, then that overconsumption of calories can lead to obesity, which can cause a whole host of health problems, right? But if you let's say you live around your maintenance or slightly under, your body's not going to have to process as much food. It's not going to gain weight. And you're just generally going to feel better and live longer because you're getting a whole host of benefits from being in a slight calorie deficit, a moderate deficit. I don't mean a very aggressive, very low calorie diet. That's an extreme as well, right? So keep that in mind. Like, don't fall prey to the lies that the industry tells you, especially things like, fruit's going to, fruit it's not going to make you fat unless you overeat it. And I highly doubt that most people are going to overeat fruit in the run of a day. Let's put it that way. You're going to get extremely full before you have a tendency to overeat bananas. Let's put that. And let's kind of get one thing straight as well. You didn't gain weight because you ate too much watermelon or bananas or blueberries. Let's keep that straight out there, right? It's because most people ate a lot of takeout. They overeat a lot of junk food, very high calorie, very calorically dense food. And they just overate it. You overate it over time without any kind of tracking methods or anything to keep track of yourself. So you just kind of intuitively ate whatever you felt you should get in, and then you blame things like this for making you fat when it's in actual fact you just overate. You overate calories, right? So keep that in mind and don't believe the lies. And I wanted to share this video. I'm going to do another video tomorrow too, talking about keeping it simple. But I wanted to cover this now, so I hope it helps. If you do have any questions, leave a comment below. And we shall talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video.